Hoops. Mr. Tsai, welcome. I just want to talk to you about Barclays Center and the role that can play as a home for the team. Tina Charles, your star player, was asked about this and said, as long as it reflects that we eventually end up playing at Barclays, that's the big thing. I understand that in your conversation with the team, you talked about the fact that you don't yet own Barclays, and so it's hard to make that promise. But I wondered if number one, if you're committed to playing at Barclays, should you become the owner of Barclays Center, and if there's a pathway for that happening as soon as 2020. Thank you.
我的问题是关于我们现在所在的这个巴克莱中心。那么想问蔡先生，就是您是不是还会考虑，就是未来有一天，就是把巴克莱中心就是也是收购，那么未来也是继续利用这个巴克莱中心来建场比赛。
What I'm committed to is to increase the fan base of the New York Liberty. Where they're playing now in Westchester County is not ideal because the size of the venue is limited by about 3,000 seats. Plus, it's a place where it's kind of hard to get to, not that accessible to the fans. And that's why I said we want to improve that situation. I'm exploring all possibilities. If there's an opportunity for the team to play more games at Barclays Center, I would definitely welcome it. But it's not entirely my decision. Obviously, we have a very good relationship through the Nets with Barclays Center, the ownership of Barclays Center, and hopefully we can work out some things where the team could get better exposure in bigger venues. And Barclays Center, I think, is a perfect venue for the New York Liberty.
那么我所致力的一项工作就是要吸引更多的这个球迷来看我们球队的比赛。那么现在，比方说像纽约自由人队，它目前这个主场相对来说条件可能相对来说比较它的座位数啊，它的地理位置啊，相对来说不是那么有利，所以我们当然也是，如果有机会，比方说在巴克莱中心这样的场馆比赛的话，也是非常欢迎的。那么这方面当然不是我一个人就能完全做决定的，所以但是总体来说，通过我们和篮网队的这个关系，通过篮网队和巴克莱中心这个关系，如果有更多的机会，也让纽约自由人队能够在巴克莱中心这样更好的场馆打比赛的话，我们也都是非常欢迎。
Hi, I'm Jane McManus from the New York Daily News. I have a question for both of you, which is about the idea of value in women's sports, and in particular for you, Mr. Tsai, the idea of investing in women's sports and where the economic value is in that, and then the growth of women's sports in China and what that looks like.
他的问题是，就是想问两位，就是大家怎么看待这个女性参加这个体育项是它所蕴含的价值，特别是想请教一下蔡先生，就是对于女性体育运动这方面的投资，比方说从经济价值来看，会有什么样的意义？然后在中国这方面的发展是怎么样
？So I'll just briefly say a couple words, and then maybe I'll ask Keia to also address the same question, and then after that we'll have Mr. Wong answer the China question. As I said, as an owner, the most important thing for me, what I can do for the New York Liberty is to build up the fan base. That's the foundation of everything. If you have more fans, then there's your media value and your sponsorship rights value will increase. That will bring more value to the whole team and the whole league. Then, when those values increase, just like we've seen in the NBA, the NBA today gets more revenues from national TV and sponsorships and things like that instead of just selling tickets. When those values increase, then everybody benefits because then there will be more economics to spread around that will benefit the players as well. And Keia, do you have anything to?
The only thing I would add, seeing that we're here for this exhibition game, I think the start of season is always a special time in the WNBA. And for the things that Mr. Wong spoke about and Mr. Tsai, the Liberty and the WNBA representing cultural, diversity, inclusion, equality. These were words that they've already, really described, and I think that's something we've always been representative of, and it's something we're really proud to celebrate and to kick off the season in that way. So, if this is a demonstration of what's to come and something that we'll continue to do throughout the season and for years to come, the support and the investment, as Mr. Tsai said, tickets will sell, sponsors will come, and we're starting to see some of that evidence already.